Hey everybody, this is Zephyr. Welcome to episode 3 of the Cool Breeze podcast, where you got me calling up my buddy Southern Tier, and we're going to talk about good old music. But before we get into all that, I want to talk about my new track that just dropped today called Orality. Right here, you can look at it on YouTube if you like. It would be great if you could just give it a listen and just tell me in the comments or just chat about. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me if you like it, or even if you don't like it, it's cool. Just let me know what you think. And then after that, I also want to talk about more of the podcast, what's going on here, because just to kind of give you an insight about what the direction is, what I envision for it to be, and the fact that it's going to evolve as we go on through this. And basically, this podcast is about my journey throughout music, throughout melodic progressive house, throughout it all, and just the people that have been along with me along my journey. That's pretty much the essence of it. So it won't ever strictly just be just music. Some of it will be maybe more philosophical, or just about what's going on, and I just happy to have a way to kind of let you guys see more into the behind the scenes of me and what I do. And also there will be a lot more of kind of my music, how I'm creating music and going along. I'll be showing a lot more of that on my YouTube as well. We're really going to ramp up more of bringing out more stuff to you as the listener or as the viewer, for you to kind of see and bite off and chew. And hopefully if you enjoy it, support the movement, the Cool Breeze movement. So if you enjoy anything from this episode, just tweet out hashtag the Cool Breeze. Tweet at me, let me know what you think about it, and we'll get going. My next thing here is my website, Zephyr.com. Just finally kind of got it all up and running, and this is just going to be where everything is collected at. So it's going to be the collection of all my free downloads that I've made throughout this year. So everything that I've made, that I've released from the label, that I've offered as a free download, you can come here and you can grab it. You can pick it all up, and I'll add them as the tracks get released throughout the year. That way there's always something to kind of get, and this will get updated more as well. So just kind of keep checking in from time to time, because I have a lot of music that I've released or that I haven't released, or that I've projects, MIDI files, just a lot of stuff laying around that I would be happy to give you guys and let you guys get a hold of. So be sure to check in on that. I'm really excited about this. This has been fun. Just the whole journey of this has been so fun. So if you get a moment, just check it out. Let me know what you think about it. And then lastly, I also have my Patreon. So if you guys didn't know, I am on Patreon, and this is just where I post my project files and stems and MIDIs to everybody who supports me on like a monthly basis. There's the tiers are relatively short. There's the $1, $5, $10, and then the $25, which is really good if you would like to collaborate with me more. If you're on my $25 tier, I'm making sure that collaboration happens for that month, So if that's the way you want to reach out to me and get out to me, and also it kind of supports what I'm doing, and it really helps. So if you have the time or the energy, check it out, and you can see I post basically every Friday. Every Friday is when I drop the release on Beatport, Spotify, Apple, all those places. But every Tuesday, I post that song ahead of time for all of the people that are on my Patreon page. So even the $1 per month ones, you're going to get the actual song ahead of time. And I think that'll be great. And of course, my YouTube channel, I just want to give a really big shout out to everybody that has stopped by, subscribed to me lately. This has been incredible for me. At the beginning of this year, I only had 80 subscribers or so, and now that I have 421 is crazy, you know. It's really awesome, and I'm just so happy that you're here with me along on my journey and everything like that. So let me just see if I can get a hold of Southern Tier.
Hello?
Hello, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, Bill? How's it going, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. It's a beautiful day. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show, you know, and be a part of my journey. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, dude. It's no problem at all.
All right. So tell me about Southern Tier. Tell me, like, what got you, tell me about what began your your journey into music, especially what made you become a music artist.
All right. So I'm a little bit older, so I started in '99 listening to Tiesto.
Yeah.
That's what originally got me into music, was listening to all of Tiesto's older stuff. And my buddy used to live right around the corner, and they went out, bought Technics, and we literally learned how to spin in a basement, all Tiesto stuff, because we were madly in love with everything he played, you know.
Yeah.
And then I kind of fell out of love of trance around 2007, got into techno, and then all of a sudden one day I was looking for music on the computer and I found Silk music.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Silk music is what got me into melodic. And literally, I think it was 3 years ago, that's when I decided to become a music producer. 3.5 years ago.
And then you just took off. Did you know anything about like producing music or anything beforehand, before you started trying to make?
Yeah, actually I did, because my one buddy used to make music on Ableton, so I was already familiar with the process and everything. So when I actually started using FL Studio, which is the DAW that I use,
Right.
I already knew the basics. So it's just finding it is different from Ableton to FL, you know? It's a total different setup. You already know how to make it because you've seen it done, but it's just in different places and different DAWs, so you'll get the hang of it, you know?
Yeah, it's all essentially the same. Like, you know, once you figure out the basics, you can translate it to any kind of DAW or other audio workstation of your choice.
Yeah.
Logic.
Absolutely.
Reason, Cubase.
And then, and Southern Tier, the name, I used to live in a town called West Seneca, right over by an Orchard Park border, and it was considered Southern Tier. And that's where I started making music, was when I lived over there.
Wait, say that one more time. Where did you used to live at?
You know what I mean?
Say that one more time. Go back for me.
I took outside of Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
I live outside of Buffalo, New York. When I originally started producing music, I lived in a town called West Seneca, New York.
Okay.
And the region that is considered the Southern Tier region. You know, kind of like how counties are.
Yeah.
It's called Southern Tier region where I live.
West Seneca, New York.
That's where I started making music. So yes, Western New York, right along Lake Erie.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, so
that's a beautiful place.
Literally,
oh my God.
So that's what I mean. That's how I started loving music in the first place, is because Toronto's so close.
Yeah.
I used to go to Toronto all the time, to the government.
Brother, look at these photos. I mean, I'm looking at these photos, and they're just gorgeous little places. Ooh, you can make a song about this little picture right here. This is good stuff. Wow. I can see, man. So I can see how it inspired you.
Yeah, but the winter you get a lot of snow, where we get big snowstorms.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's a trade-off, you know.
Yeah, I haven't really even.
Just like it is everywhere you live. You trade off to get what you want, where you want to live, you know.
Yeah, yeah. All right, cool, man. So you came up with Seventh Tier, and then you started making music. What was the very first track that you considered mellow prog, that you produced?
That I produced.
Yeah, that you made, like, or how long? I guess, yeah. Tell me
Well,
about that one.
it took a while because I have a couple songs that I made that are just horrible because that's
Yeah,
what you do when you first start, you know.
exactly. Yep, yep.
But the first one I released, a lot of people say that's my most melodic song, and it was under my other name that I started,
Mm-hmm.
Sound Design,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it's called Endless Dawn. That was my first release, and then I progressively got to my own style from there, you know.
Yeah, yeah. You just kept working on it. Oh, well, when you got,
Yeah, I'm a little melodic, but the way I make music is I grew up listening to trance,
yeah.
so I have trance parts in my song,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like progressive house trance-ish
Yeah, yeah.
with melodic. You know what I mean? It's weird. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, of course, of course. It's very hybrid. It's a very mix of all of them for sure. You can't really call it
Yeah,
one thing, you know?
yeah. It's a hybrid. That's exactly what it is. It's trance and melodic put together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, my music is definitely like that because I mean, not all of my music is just like, I don't know, even house oriented. A lot of it's just like super chilled, but I have the progressive house kind
Yeah.
of bounce to it that just makes it, melodic
Yes, you
progressive house.
absolutely do. You absolutely do. Your 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 stuff is straight summer beautiful music. You know, like it is, man. It's good stuff, man.
Thank you,
You know
man.
what I call you, man.
Yeah, man, I
The
appreciate it.
melodic king. You're
Yeah.
becoming the melodic king, dude. That's what
Mm.
you're becoming.
No, man, I really just somebody
You
who
know?
loves to make music for sure. It's just fun to do it.
Yeah, I
I
know.
love to be in the process, man. I just love it. So when
You
you,
just get lost.
yeah, I love getting lost in it. When you started
Mm.
making it, who was your biggest influence in melodic progressive house? Like, what were the influences for you to make you make melodic progressive that you could think of?
Uh, Alex H.
Yeah,
Lumidelic.
Lumi. Yep, yep, yep,
Yeah, Joseph Chen.
yep.
And Sunset Moments.
Oh yeah, yep. Good.
Them are all the ones that I was listening to when I first started making music. Mostly
Oh, that's
Alex H.
awesome. Yeah,
Because
that's
I
awesome.
I ran into his music by
Mhm.
accident, and I was like, wow, dude, this is really good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, same, man. I ran into their music I used to listen to like a chill out station on Pandora,
Yeah,
and when I used to like play video games, so I'd play like League of Legends, and I would listen to Pandora, and it'd be like a chill out station, and of course it gives you like random songs. And I found
yeah,
Midas, who's like a melodic dubstep, chill step type of producer, but he's
yeah,
amazing. He's really good. And so I like
yeah,
started listening to him on YouTube, and then I started listening to like the like fluidified sheep. Uh, what's the uh, what's the sheep one? Suicide Sheep.
Suicide Sheep. Yeah,
Yeah, I listened to those guys, and then I got into the Grand Sound, and then the Shingo Nakamura like 2 hour mixes, and I don't know. It was just like I started getting those, and I was like, oh
yeah,
my god, this is it. This is amazing. But my very first
yeah,
love was Roald Velden, for sure.
yeah.
His songs, like pretty much his first
Yeah,
album.
Rolled is he's amazing.
Yeah. Oh man, he inspired. I remember one time a little story about like why he inspired me so much that when I was trying to get good at this, man, I emailed him. I went to his website and I sent him an email, and it was like this heartfelt email, like basically saying, hey man, I don't know how you do it, but I just need a pointer or a tip or something to help
Yeah.
me in the right direction to like how you make this because I love it so much and this is what I want to make. And I just like spilt my heart out on that email and I never got I never got a response, but I really don't even know if it like made it. Like it probably went to like a, some random address, where address he doesn't
Yeah,
email,
yeah,
he
yeah,
doesn't check or something. Cause I didn't know
yeah.
really. I was just like,
But
I don't know how to get a hold of him, but this is the only thing I know that's reaching him. It's an email address on his website. I just emailed it and then and here we go, you know?
yeah, well, rolled out every song he releases hits you in the feels somehow. Every song,
Oh yeah, man.
you
Every
know.
song for sure. Just
Dude,
about.
you emailed Rolled. I used to message Lumadelic. He had a huge help in me making music.
Oh yeah, Lumadelic awesome.
Oh man, he taught me a lot, really.
Really? Really?
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. What did he teach you?
yeah, I used to message him a lot, dude, on
Uh-huh.
like what to do and everything like that when I first started. And dude
Wow.
was so nice, man. He,
Yeah.
wrote me back. It was right in Messenger, man. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is helping out a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I call him Sensei.
Yeah. Very much
Because he's,
so. Yeah, very much
because
so.
he was like my teacher a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's good. A mentor, he like mentored you and helped refine your craft and things like that. That's great.
Yeah, yeah, he was big help. So thanks, Lumi. You know,
Shout out to Lumadelic. He's really awesome. If you guys don't know about him, definitely check him out. Oh man, he's amazing. Southern Tier. What was
yeah.
the first label you signed a track to, or what was the first track you got signed? I guess.
It was under Southern Tier.
Mm-hmm.
It was through my first time was through the infamous MC label.
Oh, Midnight Coast.
Yeah, Midnight Coast.
Hey, that was my first release too, man. That's awesome.
I released a lot with Midnight Coast,
Uh huh.
and Inception was under. I released three
Mm-hmm.
songs under Sound Design. My first one. My first release was an EP, Endless Dawn and Simplicity.
Okay.
My second release was a remix for Synth Collective, Summer of My Childhood
Okay.
remix I did. And then my third release was under Sunset Moments label, Intensify, and its sound design, In Depth.
Mm-hmm.
And them are my actual first releases, and them are through them labels.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, my very first release
And
was through Midnight Coast as well.
yeah, I released a lot of music through them.
Mm-hmm.
Synth, I released a couple through, and I know there's a couple other labels I just can't think right now.
Yeah,
Oh, Sunset Melody, not Melodies,
Summer Melody.
Summer Melody, yes,
Yeah. Yep. Good
released
peoples.
through them. Yeah,
And Soluna.
Saluna, yeah, I
Yep. Yep.
released a lot through Saluna.
Yep. 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 Speaking of that, man, we have a collaboration that me and you did together on Soluna Music, the Less We Fade Ardent EP. It's
Yep.
actually, honestly, man, it's actually one of my favorite tracks I did of that year, because for
Mm-hmm.
some reason I just wanted to take a different kind of approach to it,
Yeah,
and it just turned out so unique, so different, and just it really, I don't know, it really like felt in depth. And then you came around and you took it and you took those exact same, kind of elements and you just turned it into something just as beautiful and amazing. And you're right, and
yeah,
I appreciate that for one. But for two, it's just
no problem.
it was just amazing, man. So I just want to say, like, do you remember much about that time of your life when we did that?
That wasn't it like almost 2 years ago?
Yeah, let me look it up. I'm almost
Yeah, I'm not quite sure when that was because I was still kind of new
Mm-hmm.
when I that was when I started creating the sound that I'm with now.
Yeah. It
Was
was a
when
year ago.
when we collabed. Was it a year ago?
A year and probably some change. But, well, I asked that
Yeah, I
because,
remember. I definitely remember a little bit about it.
yeah,
I remember we have our own styles
yeah.
that we did of it. That was the first time that I released that I really used an ARP the way I create my ARPs now, my arpeggios.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first release I did how I do my new style with them.
Wow. We released that for June
So,
2018.
but yeah, so it was a year and a couple months ago.
Yep. Wow. It's amazing.
Yeah, and that's still, I think that's still my number one song,
Mm-hmm.
I think,
Oh, yeah, I love it.
is Last We Fade.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember when we first started collabing with it, dude. That was like wasn't that like our third choice out of the songs we had,
I don't even remember.
or something like that?
It was, I think I created a couple of sketches, and I think I had like
Yeah,
4 work in progress sketches, and then I created those 2 sketches just for you.
yeah.
And then you took it and you added some stuff, some MIDI files to it, and sent it back to me. And then I just kept like molding it, and I just started working it. And then it was like way too far along in the production process for me to be like, nah, I gotta go with this. This is so beautiful. I was in love with it. So it was amazing to work on. And thank you for helping create that opportunity, man. Just for me to be able to make that, and for me to be in the place I was at to create that, it's just humbling, it's just humbling.
No, dude, trust me, it was an honor to do it with you, man. I remember one thing about it is that was basically when I first started, going heavy into music.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I had to layer the sounds literally like 7 times a piece. It was crazy.
Dang,
It
7 layers?
was crazy just to create what I did.
Yeah?
That was like the most I ever did, dude. There were so many MIDI files that I used to create all them sounds.
Oh, wow, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It was simple though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, you had your process.
It was already beautiful when I got it, so
I don't know. Well, you expounded upon it and you just made it even better, and that's awesome. So who would be your ideal artist?
Well, yeah, I just added the trance touch that I usually do.
So, okay, that's another good question. So if you wouldn't make anything, if you didn't make melodic progressive, your genre would probably be trance to produce, yeah?
Yeah, progressive trance or trance.
Do you have
Definitely,
any guys?
I would say trance, yeah.
Do you have any guys that you would, any artists that you would like to collaborate with?
On the trance side?
Or just in general, but I guess it could be trance too, yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Uh-oh.
All right, that same thing happened. It just cut off. Sorry.
What happened?
On the trance side,
yeah,
who I would like to work with would
oh,
probably be Mark Digital right now.
Okay. There you go, Mark Digital, man. Y'all got to get together and make that happen.
Yeah, because
Nice.
I'm digging that. I'm digging that progressive trancey side of him, dude. It's nice, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I
like him. He's an awesome guy.
And if you're talking regular melodic side of it, I would say Morrison Kirk Pierce.
Kirk Pierce?
Yeah, Morrison Kears.
Oh, Morrison Kears. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's lovely.
Oh, God, yeah.
He's on my bucket list.
With him too.
He's on my bucket list too.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. He's a legend.
Yeah, I mean, they're all on my bucket list. I'm a somehow like find these guys and corner them. But like we're making a mellow prog tune together because this has to happen. All right. Nah, I'm sure they would. It's just
Yeah, I know, right?
I want the planets to align so that can happen. On a more consistent basis, especially for me. I would love to like, honestly, man. If I had it, I would like fly out to these places where you guys are and just collaborate with you guys. Legitimately, because
Yeah.
it's so different. It's so different collaborating online, I guess, because it's like a big back and
Sending
forth.
files back and forth and that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. Like I'll do it for sure, but it's just something about like having the person right there in the room with you when you're doing it and going in, together on a track. And I would love to have like a melodic progressive person right here with me, just doing, or adding their flavor of whatever to it. That would be so cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh man. So it'll happen one
It
day,
goes
man.
so much quicker too if you were face to face.
Oh yeah, yeah, because we would get it done. I would get it done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I like to get shit done. So hey, man, where
Well,
do you
me
see?
and you collabed. It didn't take long.
Yeah, exactly. When I collaborate, man, usually I try not to take too long. I get my part done, and I don't want to wait. I'm not a big waiting person, but I am patient. I don't want to
Yeah.
I hate the idea of like waiting too long for no reason. Like I can wait for a reason, but if it's like just waiting just for my part to be done type of thing for something to move forward,
Yeah.
then I'm going to get my part done pretty quick. That's just usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but music sometimes it's just whatever.
Absolutely, it should be like that.
Yeah. Hey, got a
Yeah.
question. Where do you see melodic progressive house in the future? Like, what do you see for it in the future?
Well, I see hopefully big things because now there's a little selection. Now there's a little thing going on at ADE with Emergent Saluna Synth and Progressive Wonders.
Yeah, Progressive Unity, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely check that out.
So there's going to be a headline. There's more exposure and everything. I just hope it comes back to where it once was.
Where was it once at?
Dude, it was king a couple of years ago, like back in 2012, 13.
Oh yeah,
It was pretty big, and it fell off a little bit, but it seems people are supporting it more and more now.
Yeah, man, I think
There's
it's just
new artists
everything
coming on the scene.
Exactly. Everything kind of ebbs and flows, So it's just gonna be times when it's gonna be popular and good, and times when it's not. And I also think that we just need to bring more attention to it. It's not that it's bad or that it's like it shouldn't be. It can't compete. I guess if you want to say that, it's not that it can't do that.
Yeah.
It's just that I think a lot of people that are in the scene, they just have to really be putting it out there more and just getting it released more and putting more of it around and spreading it and sharing it. I think that's just what the key is for the whole like popularity
absolutely.
thing.
Absolutely. Spread positive vibes.
Yeah, man. Just I think if you make the music, just do all the stuff involved with putting that out there on the right and proper channels. Spread it out there for the entire world to see. I want people on Spotify to hear this. I want you in wherever you are, if you're in, Australia or Russia, shout out to my peoples that support me from Russia. It's awesome. And, just anywhere and around the world, though, I want you to be able to hear this. And I think everybody should kind of have that mindset about melodic progressive house because it's so great. I think it is, personally.
It is.
It is. It's just like it's healing, man. I don't know.
You could put it. You could do anything to it.
Yeah.
You could listen to it anytime, anywhere.
Exactly. It's perfect background music for me. Perfect. Working out, walking, driving.
Absolutely. Stress reliever.
Yeah. and I think it does that for other people
you know?
too.
Absolutely.
So,
And also, people, just any type of music,
mm-hmm.
people, make whatever you make, whatever you feel, just follow it through, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Be yourself within it all, man. 100% be yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So,
You know?
tell me your favorite. Tell me your one of your like favorite production tips from like artist to artist, or how you use FL Studio. I use FL Studio. So break down to me one of your favorite like production tips you would give me or anybody who's listening.
Well, one thing I would say is this is how I make music. All right.
Yeah, of
I'll
course.
tell you, people should just low pass everything. Everything.
Yeah,
Literally
absolutely.
everything in double EQ each channel. That's how I make music.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know if other people do it like that, but a lot of music that I hear
yeah.
sounds like fuzzy a little bit and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, and I also have a ton of people that ask me, like, how is your music so clear and everything like that? And the
Right.
only thing I can say is double EQ each channel,
Yeah,
each
absolutely.
sound, double
Absolutely.
EQ it. I use Fab Filter
Yeah.
and I use Parametrics EQ too.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I use, and I low pass both of them.
Yep,
But
yep.
then I also mess around with everything else. So you just gotta just that'd be my production tip. Just
Mm-hmm.
low pass everything.
Low pass everything. Yeah, if you're new and you're
Yeah,
starting out, for sure.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. It's absolutely critical that you kind of get into that habit, and then
And also
yeah, layering's
layer a
good.
lot. Yeah, and don't be afraid when you do layer to move it around a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Um,
To get that little delay
ooh,
kind of
yeah,
sound.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, man. I love using delays. One of my favorite tricks is I'd like to make a chord progression, right? And then you make a little pad from it, and then you generate like arps from the pad, where you like arpeggiate the sound in like
Yeah,
your sound design part, like silent or something, it don't matter. But you
yeah,
change it from pad sound to arpeggiation sound. You enable arpeggiation on it, and then I like
yep.
taking that, and then I'll throw it through I'll ram it through some like Valhalla Shimmer, dude. Valhalla Shimmer, drop it down super low, and then stereo it super wide, and then oh man, I don't know, but it like adds these weird random like tinkles and far away
Yeah,
kind of etherealistic quality sounds that just matches with the chord progression because you use the same key, I guess, whatever. And
absolutely.
I definitely do that a lot. I'll take arps of some sort, and I'll just yeah, man. I'll echo them to where you can't even tell that it was an arp at first of how overly
Yeah,
delayed it was.
yeah,
But it's always like in rhythm to the tune, and it does get out of control. That's the only problem is the part that it can get a little out of control. So you got to make sure you are definitely paying attention to like your feedback level and your decay time and your reverb and EQ before and
yeah.
after all that as well, because it'll be a mess in your frequency sides, but it's worth.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It will.
Yeah.
I remixed a couple songs from you that I knew you did that.
Yeah, man. I like doing that stuff.
Labeled ARP and it's a pad. Looks like a pad. And I'm like, that's how he did it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I hope everybody who like remixes or works on my music gets the gist of how I did it, because it's definitely no secret. It's
No.
just my way of doing it. Because what I'm
Yeah.
doing. I'm not doing anything special or new. I'm just doing it kind of like a different way. Really, that's in some
Yeah.
forms.
Well, that's the way you learned how to do it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, from the beginning, I always like figured out my own wonky way of doing the right thing. It would be right, but it would just be like you had to. When, for example, when I first started making music and I first started trying to sample, because when I was younger and I first got into music, I was into hip hop and I wanted to sample because I wanted
Yeah.
to be like Ninth Wonder and Kanye West and a couple more samplers out there. I can't even remember now. It was just they were just like the samplers at the time were just amazing. And the way I figured out
Mhm.
how to sample was like I literally like had I don't know, I invented this way. I just chopped the notes up and I would like switch the BPM and tempo until it lined up to the grid. And if I did it that way, it would be in sync for that moment. And I was able to chop it up into more, sections when it was like this
Yeah.
long convoluted process, but it worked. And then, you could just load it in Slice X and just chop it and pretty quickly, but
Absolutely.
I didn't know.
Absolutely.
But I still prefer to do it that way, it's weird. So when I like,
Yo, I
yeah,
use Slice X.
yeah. Oh, I like Slice X. It's good.
I use it. I use it for vocals, dude.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you did
yeah.
for samples and that. But I'll throw it in there and I'll length. You could make it any way you want.
Yeah,
Really.
you throw it out onto a MIDI keyboard and you can just play around with it, and see what pops.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna cut it here, but before I let you go, man, I want you to just go ahead and shout out anybody you'd like to shout out, and be sure to drop, a way for anybody who's listening, a way for them to reach out and listen to all the music you were just talking about, a way to reach you and support your journey.
Gotcha. All right. I'd like to shout out Saluna, Synth, my buddy Angelo Petrucci. You can look him up right on SoundCloud.
All right.
Angelo Petrucci. You can look him up on Facebook. My music, I have a couple originals coming out soon, and I have a remix coming out soon through somebody. And you could follow me on Facebook at Southern Tier. And you can follow me on Beatport, Apple, Spotify. It's all the same, Southern Tier.
Nice. That's awesome, man. Well, yeah, that's right, man. You do have a remix you've sent me for one of the tracks that's coming out in The Cool Breeze. So yeah, definitely everybody needs to keep tuned for that, because that's I'm coming up on that pretty quick here. I also got another one from Asioto. He sent me one.
Ah,
Yeah, and
yeah, my buddy.
yeah, he's really good. Awesome. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Southern Tier for sure. Because thank you for coming on, being so awesome, talking to me, chatting with me, just talking about music. I just love to do it, man. And
Absolutely.
we're gonna link up. We're gonna link up in the future for sure. We're gonna work on some more music. I can't wait. It's just, oh man, it's just so much that's gonna come out. And the fact that you're doing it and you're still making music just means that I can still do it and I can still keep making music. So thank you for inspiring me, bro, with your music and with your work. And yeah, I appreciate it.
It's absolutely no problem, dude. Thank you very much, too. It was an honor being on here, bro.
Oh man, for sure.
And working with you.
Oh yeah.
We got it coming in the future, so don't worry.
Amen to that. All right, man. You take care. Sorry, I think I hung up on him, but he was gonna say you too. So let's just pretend he said you too. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It's been great to just talk music. I hope you guys enjoy it. There's so much coming out, and there's so much that's being done. So if you are any part of watching or supporting or listening, just keep looking up at me on I have my website available now, zaphyr.com, Z8PHYR.com, and it's just gonna have a link to all the free downloads I've made, all the stuff I've done on released, and all the music files and things of that nature in the shop. So it all works out, and it's all going to be there, and it's just a way for you, if you like what I do and you support it, you can just go there and you can, you know, find your favorite way. So thank you guys so much for just being a part of all this, and have a wonderful rest of your day.